Hi, Sharon Brennan here, Cottage Lane Stamper. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from the United States, and today I wanted to share with you a preview of my product shares for the August to December 2020 mini catalog. You may have noticed that Stampin' Up! Has switched a couple things with their catalogs. There was a January through June mini catalog, which came out in January and was good through the end of June, and from now on there will be another mini catalog coming out actually in July through December, and that'll have most of our holiday papers and products and things like that. So because this is the first year, it's coming out in August actually, and it'll be good through the end of December. I can't show you the inside. I can show you the cover, and I can show you products from the catalog, which is what I'm going to do today. I'm offering a product share. What that is you get a sampling of the different things that are in the catalog, and it's a sampling of the DSPs, the ribbons, and the embellishments. And for more details on this, you'll find this in my file section of my Cottage Lane Stamper and Friends Facebook page, and it'll also tell you how to register. And what you'll do is you'll pick your options. Send me an email to cottagelandestamper@gmail.com, and by the 19th of July, and then I will invoice via PayPal on July 20th, and my order will go in July 21st, and delivery will be around the week of August, the first week in August. It depends on how if things are back ordered or not. So but I will keep you in contact with that. Anyway, you can find that information in the file section of my Cottage Lane Stamper and Friends Facebook page. So I want to get started and show you what is in the offering. So the first thing I'm sharing with you is the Poinsettia Place DSPs and ribbon and embellishments. So this has got some beautiful flocked vellum in it, and there's three different patterns. There's this kind of geometric pattern here, and there are some poinsettias, and one I didn't get out here is there is a holly and a berry block vellum. It's just absolutely gorgeous, so soft and supple, and I think you'll love working with that. Also included in this suite, not sure if it's called the Poinsettia Place Suite. So there's another sheet of that vellum, and this has some beautiful DSPs. So like it's very vanilla and white, and acorn there. One of the dies that comes with this suite will actually fit, I think, a couple of the poinsettias. So, just trying to flip through these really quick. Some beautiful berries. And what I've actually done, we had another stamp last year that had berries on it, and I took some of the crystal effects and went on top of it, and it made it a rounded berry. So there's a wood grain, and then some more poinsettias. Another geometric pattern that goes with the flocking, and some pine cones and branches, and then some more holly, and another pattern that goes with the flocked pattern or vellum paper. Also included in that suite is this gorgeous sheer red ribbon, and it's going to be really easy for tying. It's 3/8 of an inch wide, and so you'd get a sampling of that, and it tells on my sheet the number of ribbons. I think you get 121 yards of ribbon. And then also included in this suite are some gorgeous pearl embellishments. Now, these are an adhesive back. You'd use a glue dot to adhere those two, or maybe even two or three. So I'd probably use three, one on each of the little petals. So You get that in this product share. Whoopsie. So, set this aside. And next up is a returning favorite from last year's catalog. This is DSP. It's called Brightly Gleaming. I don't know if you remember it or not, but it has some pretty peacock. It's got like copper foiling in it on one side and then a pattern on the other side. This is pretty peacock, and this is like a very vanilla background. It's beautiful. Isn't this gorgeous? The copper foiling. Some stars so that you could use all year round. And this one you could actually use all year round too. That may be why it's a returning favorite. Excuse me. Okay, geometric pattern and a nice stripe, great for masculine cards. And some stars. Another geometric pattern. So that is one of the returning favorites for the DSPs. Next up, oops, is some red and green foil paper. So you'll get some pieces of this, and the pieces are all 6 by 6, by the way. So there's red and green, so I love that. I love foil for holidays for paper. And that's on page 22 of the catalog. If you're on my mailing list, the catalogs went out last week, and you should be getting it probably this week in your mail. The next suite is called Trimming the Tree Suite. And let's set this here for a second. Oh. I don't have enough workspace to tell you that. This is some really cute Christmassy paper with different houses, and then there's stars and snowflakes on the back, and some people having fun, and a nice diagonal pattern, and some trees, and a pretty red polka dot, some wreaths, and I believe the colors in this are Old Olive or Pear Pizzazz and Real Red, some pool parties, some night of navies. There's a nice stripe. And this would be great for a scrapbooking page for a winter page. So that's part of that suite. And also some, it's called All the Trimmings Embellishments. So you get some flat circles, red and white, and then some stars, which I believe are in one of the new in colors. It looks like it's that new Bumblebee. So you'll get a sampling of that. And I love these. Okay. Absolutely gorgeous. Green, olive green, with a gold metallic trim to it. And then real red. Or no, this one, actually, I think it says Poppy Parade. I thought it was real red, but I looked it up and it's Poppy Parade in it's 1/8 of an inch ribbon with metallic trim. So you'll get a sampling of those also. I think that's such fun with DSP. And so in this suite, you'll get some beautiful balmy blue glimmer paper. Isn't that gorgeous? I love to make snowflakes from balmy blue. So you get a sampling of that. And then there's gorgeous DSP with snowflakes on it. I love the washes. Aren't they gorgeous? Looks like Night of Navy and maybe some Highland Heather purple, not purple, pool party. I love the snowflakes. Here's some more pool party. This is like one of my favorite. I love the bright colors in there, and then, like I said, the washes on the back. You'll also get a sampling of these blue adhesive back sequins. They look like they're volume blue and maybe like a pretty peacock. And then some gorgeous iridescent ribbon. It's called Snowflakes Splendid Ribbon. So you'd get a sampling of that too in your product share. So, love that paper. And these are the autumn papers with some foil on one side and pattern on the other. So I love this. There's a houndstooth. There's a couple of houndstooth patterns this year in this catalog. This is like mint macaron, and it's a copper foil. And some. I love this one with the acorns in it. Kind of a herringbone pattern on the other side. And some of this, you could use all year round, like this one. And then also included in this is some brushed metallic foil paper in 3 different colors. So there was like a bronze and copper and gold. So those, I'm going to kind of get those out of the way because they're kind of turn this on top because they're playing with the camera a little bit. Also included in that suite are these adorable little acorn trinkets. This would be great for attaching onto a gift or a craft project, which is what I intend to do with them. So some acorn trinkets, and then also some basket weave and metallic ribbon. So there's this gorgeous copper metallic ribbon that's 1/8 of an inch wide. It's going to be fun to tie and add on to things. And then there's this beautiful basket weave ribbon in mint macaron, if you can see that or not. So those are included in the in that suite also. Again, that's Gilded Autumn. It's on page 44 to 45 of the catalog. And find my folder back here so I can put this in here. Keep it safe. Next, we have some fun felt pieces. So you'll get 4 sheets of these. There are 4 sheets in the package in just jade and white and early espresso and real red. So you'll get a sampling of those in the product share. And then also on the same page are some adhesive back snowflakes. They're just so pretty. They're kind of iridescent. So those are be pretty to add on to something. You could use something with the foil, or the felt, or just something else. So that's on page 29 of the catalog. And next is the Wonder of the Seasons suite. Get this all out here. And it's got 2 different DSPs in this suite. And one stack is 6x6 sheets. Some really pretty Christmas colors. We've got like garden green and real red, and I think there's some cherry cobbler in here, as well as moss or old olive, I believe. One thing I do like about Stampin' Up! Is that they always put the colors of the papers on the backs of the package, so I always keep those to refer back to them. So lots of different patterns here. I think there's 12 different patterns. So you would get a sample of all of these papers here. Excuse me. And also included in the suite is some 12 by 12 DSP, specialty DSP, that has a foil on one side. So this like is like a red, and then there's like script on the back. I want to stop and read these. I don't know why. And then some with recipes on it. It looks like a news article from a newspaper. So really pretty. This has got a gold foil. And there's some more red foil. These are really cute. They'd make just cut out a piece and make a card out of it. Or do the recipe and send it off to your friends. So this is like a gold foil in this one. And some more newspaper-like articles. And then this is all gold foil. So that is part of the suite also. And let's see what else. Let me just double check. Okay. There are some gems that go with it. So in real red and like a clear epoxy, it almost looks like it has some gold glitter encapsulated in it. So let me check that. I can't show you the inside of the catalog, but I just want to make sure I'm not missing something with that suite. Oh, there is a ribbon that I inadvertently forgot to order. So it's a shaded spruce ribbon, and it's a combo pack with some gold trim. So let me make sure I get that on my order. And this is on page, let's see, what did I say, 31, I think? 30 to 31, pages 30 to 31 in the catalog. And next up is another returning favorite from last year's catalog. And it's 12 Tidings, T-O-I-L-E, Tidings. And it's in red and green, and it's like, this reminds me of Currier and Ives. I have some Currier and Ives dishes, and this is what that reminds me of. And then it's like a check on one side's red, one side's green. So the pattern on one side is green, and on the other side it's red. So same pattern, just different colors, stripes, and some poinsettias, and holly, and some little animals, bears and deer and fox. So that is a returning favorite from last year. And it's on page 34 of the catalog. And that went with, if you have your old catalog, it was on the same page as the, I believe, the Christmas Cardinal. And one more returning favorite for the DSP. And it's called Feels Like Frost. And I have to admit, I did actually hoard this last year. So it's got like foil on one side and a beautiful photograph made into a DSP on the other. So, some gorgeous, gorgeous papers. Some snowflakes, pussy willows. I love, this is one of my favorites, I think, with the crystal looking, kind of the frozen ice on the branches. So this was part of a suite last year, so if you have that Feels Like Frost suite from last year, this will coordinate again with it. So just beautiful papers. Love the colors in this one. I believe it's Highland Heather. And so that is a returning favorite from last year. And that's on page 42 of the catalog. Now there is one Halloween suite in here, and it's called Magic in the Night Suite. And here are the papers. And that's on page 52 to 53. This kind of reminds me of Morticia from the Addams Family and her black roses. Or did you just have the roses cut off and had the stems? I can't remember. But anyway, some black and white, some bats. Looks like rich raspberry and maybe terracotta there. And a pretty peacock and some spider webby designs. And some bats, smoked bats. Some more spider webby. And a black stripe. It reminds me of rain for some reason. I'm not sure why, but. And then flowers on that side, and then black flowers here. And this is gorgeous, pretty peacock. And then diamond shape, and then some. Gotta have some spiders, right? So there's that, and then also part of this suite is this 1.5" mesh silver trim. It's gorgeous. It's really soft. It's really going to be easy to tie. It's not stiff at all. So that'll be fun with that. And then also some, oh, what did I do with it? Black glimmer paper is part of that suite, so you'll get sampling of that. And then also some iridescent pearls. Kind of look like they have a little bit of green and blue and purple in them, so they're gonna, and those are, I believe these are, yeah, adhesive backed. So usually when they're on the card like that, they're adhesive backed. So that's part of that suite. And I did this live, and my camera was not facing the direction I wanted it. It was like portrait, and so it was looking sideways on the, when you went to view it, so that's why I'm redoing this. So, and this next suite is called Plaid Title, and it's got a bunch of different, I think 12 different patterns of plaid here in all different colors. So no matter what kind of color card base you want, you're going to find something to go with it. So you would get a sampling of all of these papers. Trying to just flip through them really quickly. Some of these remind me of shirts that my dad used to wear. So lots of different, great for masculine cards, fall cards. So really like these. This one you could even actually use for a woman's card with the pinks and stuff in it. So plaid tidings, and also included in that suite is this embroidered ribbon. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got a woven pattern to it, and it looks almost like a bumblebee or a gold, maybe still saffron would go with it. This would be great for your fall crafting, card making things. And this I just absolutely love. They have, this is on page 63, the catalog, and it's a red velvet. Hear that? Red velvet paper. And can you imagine with the poinsettia place, I believe it's called, suite, using the dies, the poinsettia dies from that, and cutting out some poinsettias from this, putting them on a card. It would make them look so real, wouldn't it? Just absolutely love that. And the last thing, I am going to show you a total suite. It's right away in the first part of the catalog, and it is called, let's see, I'm going to get the name right here. It is on page 8 and 9 and 10. I think it goes on to 10 and 11. and it is called Heartwarming Hugs Suite. And if you're a crafter as well as a card maker, you are going to love this suite. You get 2 stamp sets wrapped in Christmas and warm hugs. This one's photopolymer. This is a cling stamp. It's got some beautiful sentiments, great for crafting and shapes and things like that. It's got little cups. I like you a latte, eat, drink, and be cozy. You're the marshmallows to my cocoa. And then also included in that is this die set called Warm Wraps, and it's got some circle dies in there and some for the different shapes. And then maybe you're wondering what these are for. Well, hold on to your hats. Stampin' Up came out with something for crafters. It is this cute coffee carrier, and you'll get 8 of them, and they're really easy to put together. They come flat like this, and all you have to do is just tuck in these 2 side flaps, tuck that one in, push this one down, and there you have it. Little coffee carrier. So you'll get 8 of these, excuse me, and then 8 cups. And I believe these are like maybe like a 6-ounce cup with a lid. And these little dies here, you'll cut out 2 at a time because you'll need 2 out of your favorite DSP, and it creates a wrap. So little tab here you attach to one side and wrap it around the cup. Isn't that genius? Love it. Absolutely love it. And there's different coffee beans and some other patterns here. There's some like a scallop trim that you could use on it too. Lots of different ideas. I've actually I've got a paper crimper. I've run them through paper crimper. I've made the carriers myself, and I have different size coffee cups that I've used in the past, and just perfect, just a great craft fair idea. Also in this suite you will get 2 mini embossing folders. These will fit in the new mini Stampin' Emboss and die cut machine. I can't remember the name. Anyway, they're 3 inches by 6 inches. You can also use these in your standard embossing machine. So you get 2 of those 2 there. One's got like a petty point pattern, and the other one's more like a hash mark pattern, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I'm not very good at names like that. Then you also get, there's a lot in this bundle, some 1/8 inch red braided trim, and some 3/8 inch woven trim in Mossy Meadow. Isn't that gorgeous? And these are very soft and going to be very easy to tie. So, and you'll get these gorgeous little star ornaments that you can hang off of your craft item, or you could hang these on a little mini Christmas tree for your office, or just tie them to a package. Adorable. So you would get a sampling of those also. Make sure I get it shut there all the way. And the DSP. So let's set this over here. And I love this DSP for my craft items because I do a lot of the Hershey Nugget sleeves, and I love a smaller pattern for that. So we've got like Pure Pizzazz and Real Red, Gold Olive. I love this, and this pattern will match the pattern in the embossing folder. So beautiful stripe, some polka dots. I might have to order extra of this just to keep it on hand for future crafting. Sometimes it's hard to find papers that I like for my craft items. So But these are going to be great, and these would be really cute die cut and put around the couch too. So there you have it. I believe that is all that is in that suite. Now there were a couple other items that weren't exclusive to any suite, and I'll show you what they are. This is another returning favorite, the Jingle Balls. So they look like they're gray cobbler and maybe just jade, and got your gold tone ones. And this is a returning favorite, I believe, the Snowflakes sequins. You can see those. Got some snowflakes and some circles, and there's silver and there's iridescent. Absolutely gorgeous. And then one more. It's on page 46. They're called sequins for everything. And there's 3 different shapes. There's some flat circles and some faceted circles, and then some hexagons. And you have them like in an orange, gold, red, and green. So you could use those all year round, actually. And so you would get a sampling of those in your product shares. So I think that's all that I have for you. And like I said, these are all from the 20 August to December 2020 mini catalog. And you can find the share information on my Facebook page, Cottage Lane Stamper. I'll put it at the bottom here, so, and my email address, so that you can order your product shares. Like I said, reserve them by July 19th, invoiced on the 20th. Payment is due by the 21st, and I'll order them on the 21st. So if you have any questions, please let me know. And thanks for stopping in. Take care. May God bless you.